Hi, I'm Smazoma for NHL'94.com. Welcome to a sold-out stream. Tonight's NHL 94 game features the All-Stars West and the Ottawa Senators. I'm here with AngryJay93. He's going to take a try at unofficially breaking the goal differential record. So you can see on the screen there's a graph here that goes up to just under 70 goals. That's the current official record set by King Raff in a 70-1 game. Tyler says Sidork. Yeah, Sidork, it's going to be a Sidorka slaughter. He's going to have a rough night. So the rules for this are, it's 10-minute periods, so you'll want to set that up correctly there. And it could be any team, and any penalties on, penalties off, line changes, whatever you want. So I think recently, AngryJay, you came up with a new strategy, which is to pull your goalie, and that's been working very well for you. And other people have also broken the record unofficially at this point, but I think currently you have the highest unofficial score. Do you want to tell us a bit about what you're going to do?
So what I'm going to do is kind of what you already described. I'm going to take the All-Stars West here against Ottawa, and I'm going to play in Ottawa because Ottawa has a low home ice advantage and the All-Stars West have a low road ice disadvantage. So I feel like it makes it a more controllable, even game, where at home, if I was the All-Stars West, they would have a low home ice advantage. And I think a lot of their players can go into cold more easily. At least that's how it feels. So that's why I'm choosing this setup between the road ice for All-Stars West. And I also do pull the goalie, and several people, I think 3 or 4 of them now, have beaten the 69 goal differential that is the official record. And what pulling the goalie does is it obviously gives you the 6th player, which allows for more offense. But there's a hypothesis, which is starting to turn into theory, that when you pull the goalie, the shot accuracy ratings for each individual player is disregarded, and they actually all get pumped up to probably 99 overall, it feels like, because they just don't miss their spot, generally speaking, where if you have the goalie in the net, you have a lot more variance on where your shot will end up. So removing the goalie will obviously make it tougher to keep the other team's score down around 0 or 1, ideally, but you gain so many more goals on the other side of it that it's worth that gamble in most cases. So that was the decision behind that.
So do you want to start the game now? And we'll go over which lines you're going to use.
Sure. So I've been playing a lot with with a lot of the lines. I've been evolving over time as I've expanded the unofficial record runs from, I think my first record run was 74 goals differential, and then I got it up to 84, 89, and then 99. And over that time, I've been evolving my lineup to better attack the computer. So I usually use Gary Suter and Phil Housley, but I'm actually going to use Chris Chelios in this run on the left defense side. He's a right-handed player. He can use his high slap shot power and his stick handling to more easily attack the defense when the opportunity presents itself. And he's a decent checker as well, so I can try and CB check some players, or I can just regular weight bug check the Ottawa wingers. So I think he'll be useful, and I'm going to keep Phil Housley right where he is. He's can weight bug check the Ottawa wingers as well, and it's just good to have his speed to attack a slower Senators squad. He's really good at crease cuts with his skating ability. He doesn't have much shot power, so you won't really see me line up any slappers with him unless they're just really juicy. So he'll be dishing off passes, playing defense, and then crease cutting when available. At left wing, I'm going to put Jeremy Roenick. He's a right-handed shot, so I want him on his off wing so he can more easily use his slap shot as well, much like Chelios. But Roenick's going to get a lot more usage. He's my main weapon. I'm going to try and win as many faceoffs as humanly possible to him. Faceoffs are kind of random. From what I've seen, it's much like Chelios. But Roenick, if I can get over Roenick, he's my main weapon. He's really going to take advantage of trying to shot power. And his stick handling is also really high. So what you'll see with my forwards is I'm not necessarily using the most skilled or most widely sought after players in draft leagues or tournament play, I'm using players who have high stick handling and a high shot power above anything else. So that's the choice with Jeremy Roenick. He happens to have the best of both worlds, and he's an amazing defensive player, so he can really attack Ottawa with aplomb when they have the puck. Now, center, my most surprising player that I've most recently fallen upon is Brett Hull. Brett Hull is not a very fast player, and he doesn't have much shot accuracy, but with my goalie on the bench, his shot accuracy is irrelevant. He's going to be spot on with almost every shot. So I'm going to use him as my center because the centers have the toughest angle on slap shots, and his shot power will compensate for those lack of angles, as he can just pretty much go bar down on Sidorowicz from inside the blue line on no angle. He has that capability, and he's not a very good checker, but he can sometimes CV check Jamie Baker to try and get the puck back if he loses a faceoff. Also, Brett Hull has the high stick handling that I like to have for my forwards here. And for whatever reason, he wins a ton of faceoffs. He wins more faceoffs than anybody else I've tried in this position. So that's why he is also my center selection. And at right wing, I'm going to use Mike Modano. He's very similar to Jeremy Roenick. He's just a little bit less of a defensive option. But he has the high stick handling and the high shot power, and usually people don't like to use him because of his lack of shot accuracy, but again, it's irrelevant in the situation. So he's a nice, speedy player with high shot power. I don't like to use the lower shot power players like Steve Yzerman or Pavel Bure or Teemu Selanne as much, because they can get into hot, cold situations with their ratings, where if they're cold in a game, Sidorowicz can actually make a few saves on them from further out on those slap shots. So Modano is going to be my winger because of that higher shot power rating. And then here goes my goalie. Ed Belfour is going to go out, and my extra attacker will actually be Pavel Bure. And I just mentioned I don't like to use the lower shot power players if I can avoid it, but I don't have any other forwards that have 5 shot power. And Bure has max speed. He's a great defensive player. He can knock down almost every single player on Ottawa easily. So he can really run down those situations where Ottawa might be making a break for my net and eliminate that attack, and then turn it back up ice quickly with either his skating or his passing to the open player. So that's the reasoning I have behind this lineup.
Okay, so I think we'll get started, and I'm gonna keep a running tally of the goals in this graph. Hopefully I can keep up with the pace that you score at.
So just before we get started, I'm going to try and keep this within 45 minutes. A typical full-length run take 30 to 35 minutes. So if I have a cold streak, or if Ottawa scores a couple of quick ones right out the gate, I might restart once or twice. But I'm going to try and do it by at least the third run and just go with whatever I get. I give myself maybe a 1 out of 20 chance of making a real run at the latest.
Yeah, so we didn't test reconnecting before, so hopefully if we need to, go smoothly. We had no trouble connecting, so it shouldn't be an issue.
I could just do it right the first time. I'll aim for that.
If you need to, just text me on Discord, and we'll figure it out. We'll fix it. So yeah, I'm going to I guess we'll disconnect now, and I'll let you play the game, and I'll keep track over here.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, yep, bye. So I think AJ will start momentarily, and you can see that the graph, we have the current official record in blue, and I'm going to be counting AJ's goals in yellow. That's 1 at 9 minutes and 50 seconds. So currently he's on a pace for 180. It's probably not going to last, but we'll see how it goes. So the hope is that it goes all like this, and just every shot goes in. I think right now his goals are actually hidden underneath the Raph's goals, so they're on the exact same pace. Let's see what happens if we can separate the two graphs. Kudelski steals it and the shot over the net. So here's Roenick. He's probably going to go right up the wing and just cut in for a slap shot. It goes. At 3. I think it just said the net play disconnected. So we may have a problem here. Yeah, it disconnected. Actually, I think I can just rejoin. It'll be fine. Yeah, AJ noticed it too, so I'm gonna hop back in. I think we won't have missed anything. Failed to initialize, so I'm just gonna restart my emulator. Let's see how this goes. It's the first time you try something, it never works quite right. Oh, I don't see him in the list. There he is. Okay. Rejoining. So I'm gonna retry this. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna host because I think that will work better because I won't be on relay. Let me set up a password here. I'm just gonna hide the screen for a moment. Okay. He's gonna join, I think. Oh, I've got to drop. There we go. All right. Back on track. Taylor says, wonder what the world record is for most goals by the Senators. I kind of wish that there were a category of the team against itself. I think that would be more fun. You would have, there would be a separate record for Ottawa against Ottawa, All-Stars against All-Stars, and so on. I think that would be pretty fun. So AJ's flying through the lines there. Just about to start. Wonder in the graph here if I can, oh, what's he waiting for? Yeah. Okay, he was just waiting for me. We're ready to go. Okay, this time he actually started a little bit faster. Second goal. Oh, he's doing it in 9 seconds each time this time. There, I put it so his yellow goals are on top. So third goal there hasn't been scored yet, but here it is. He is setting a amazing pace here. It's 9 seconds, 9 seconds, and 8 seconds. All right, this time he's got Is that Solani number 9? No, it's this hole. Ronick with some interference. Opens the net. Got that goes at 9-11. Looks like the player passed it backwards out of the zone for some reason. And he actually slaps it on the direct line to the net. So currently he's quite a bit above the official record pace. Again, the official record has been unofficially broken a few times now. But this pace that AngryJay is setting right now is really good. I didn't put a formula in for that. I wish I had. I think it would show you how many goals this is actually on pace for. Oh, over the net. And they get one, so I gotta put a minus here. That was at 8 minutes, 9 seconds. So he's actually back on the current official record pace. Here comes Chelios. Oh, the hold. And they steal it. Or McIver up the wing, taking out their Ronick, so we'll probably get another goal here. Easy. Let the Sidorka slaughter begin. Tecmo John, so the official record, it is defined. This is on the, oh, they got 2. This is on the twingalaxies.com website. And the rules are 10-minute periods, and it's any teams. Any team can be home, any team can be away. And 10-minute periods, and the other rules don't matter. That's really all that matters. And the way to do an official record is you have to do it on a real console, the real original, like, oh no, it just goes wide. Real cartridge. You have to take a video of it, and you have to record yourself turning the console on. Because, you know, it just prevents any kind of funny business where actually you've got an emulator hidden behind your TV or something. So 3 goals, that's kind of cutting into his pace here. After that, okay, AJ's we're gonna reset. We're gonna try a few times until we get a really good run. That great starting pace, unfortunately, didn't keep going. was it actually him every time? I can't believe they traded him. Oops. Okay, let's see. Alright, AJ knows the game's up. He's gonna be coming in. Tecmo John, no, there's no category for 5 minutes or 20 minutes. I don't think there's anything wrong with creating that category. I think 20 minutes is, it's too long, and 5 would be good, but I think the reason they went with 10 is because when you first turn the game on, that's the default. So I think that was where that particular rule set came from. And here we go again. I'm gonna delete those previous goals. Oh, he's got 1. 950. Alright, the graph is reset. Got a lot of text underneath the graph, but I think you can still read it. It's 2 goals in 9:42, so actually that was an 8-second goal. Here comes Hull. So he's Yeah, if you need to win the face-offs to get possession, because if you don't get possession, if they defend your shot, you can lose a lot of time. So winning the face-off is huge. And this kind of thing where the defender holds you, it's that would have been probably better to just back up, come in for another shot, avoiding the defenseman. Turgeon loses it. Oh, 9 I think is Modano, because Modano has a 90 shot power, and going on the apparent observation that with the goalie pulled, accuracy is greatly increased. Modano normally has a pretty bad accuracy. I think of, is it either 72 or like 60? So that's 4 goals, yeah, it's 735. Not a great pace at this point, but you go on a run, you can make it all up. He's Modano is, I'm not sure, his stick handling isn't quite good enough, or he's getting too close to the defenders. And yeah, that time a little bit too close to the goalie. Oh, Roenick actually got taken out by Shaw. That's pretty hilarious. Oh, Modano doesn't take the pass. Alright, here comes Chelios. He's got a 90 shot power. And his shot accuracy is very low, but you can see if the goalie pulled, it seems like they just always go on target. Delsky doesn't take the shot. The AI doesn't really seem to acknowledge that there's no goalie. That'd be a good one-timer chance, and Hull puts it right in. That is 6-0 at 5:27. Paces, it's pretty far off, but a lot of time to make it up. I'm wondering if the away team strategy is a bit of a mistake. That is 7 goals at 5:18. Actually, a big save by Sidorkovich there. That's a costly save because, well, it didn't score. Got taken out by Chelios. Up to Modano. Can he put it in? This time he does. That is 8-0 at 4:33. I'm just putting this into a Excel sheet to generate this graph. Hull 9. So he's got a little bit of a starting to roll. And didn't quite win the face-off, but got the puck back soon enough. Here's Chelios. Oh, he loses it. Got a little bit too close to the defenders. He just turns around, slaps it in. That's 10 at 4 minutes. You can see his pace is turning up now. Peter Storkwich, the Polish Prince. Is that his official nickname? I don't recall hearing that, but who knows? Roenick gets in, shoots it. 12-0 at 3:41. That's an 8-second goal. That's exactly what he needs to pull his pace back up. That one big drought of a minute or 118 seconds between goals 3 and 4. That really hurts. Oh, I thought he lost the puck, but no, I think he might have. I guess he flipped it in. That is at 3 at pi o'clock. Gets it to Roenick, just what he needs. The defending though. Shaw is coming up. Roenick, can he get him down? No, they get one. So one thing about Ottawa is their players are actually pretty light. And in the Sega game, light players are harder to check. So even with Roenick, who's very light, very good checker, it can be difficult to knock guys over, especially on the back check from behind them. got 14 goals in 7.5 minutes. Here's Modano, and yeah, he's not missing that. That theory that the accuracy is much improved with the goalie pulled really does seem to be a thing. Oh, and Turgeon misses the wide open net. And oh, that was pretty far. That was pretty optimistic. But the rebound, Modano. Let me just input the score here for a moment. Turgeon, why Ottawa? That's a good question. I know against Anaheim, it's another pretty bad team. Their defenders are pretty big, and I think they actually, under AI, they defend pretty well. I missed that one. That was about 140, I guess. Another one, 18-1, 135. Just starting to pick up the pace here. Raft's pace in one period was 30 goals. So I think AJ is a little bit behind, but with some consistency in the second period, especially that period where you're skating up, he could really catch up. So yeah, some of the other team, I wonder, well, you don't want to play against Florida because they have Van Beesbroek. Van Beesbroek is pretty good as a goalie. The Sharks, Urbe, I don't think he's very good in this, but basically, Ottawa's just the worst team. I like playing with Ottawa. If I'm going to play with an expansion team, I like Ottawa. Other than Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has Brian Bradley, who's very tough. He's got the same checking ability as Roenick and a great shot, so he could be a dangerous AI player because he's not going to miss the net. We saw Ottawa miss the net a bunch of times here. Bradley's not going to miss the net. He's got 90 accuracy. That is 21. Towards the end of the period. Can we get one more here? He's got to get that. So he seems hesitant to try deking. He really wants that that sure thing shot. So in the first period, got 21. That's only a 63 goal pace. So a little bit low. But you can see the efficiency on shooting. It's very high with the goalie out. And that's for the reason for All-Stars West rather than All-Stars East. All-Stars East has heavier players and slightly slower players. So this team, you get Roenick, obviously popularly thought of as the best player in the game. You also get Yzerman, which he's not using, but it's 23, 933. You have more players with that 90 shot power that AJ's really using here. Well, I shoot it straight to Housley, Roenick. Past the glove. The goalie's like a shrug. They don't use their glove out wide. They kind of shrug at it. Oops, I had my graph messed up a little bit there. Okay, AG's starting to roll now. 906. Oh, one-timer from the blue line. By Baker, that's 225 at 8:59. Oops. It's 26 goals at 8:51. So that previous goal was 7 seconds, 9 seconds, 7 seconds, and 8-second intervals. That is exactly this kind of thing you need to make up for that slightly slow start. It's 27 at 8:41. That in the spreadsheet. I think he's closing the gap to Raff's record. Raff had a very slow start to his second period, whereas AJ's doing the reverse. He's just setting a blistering pace here. No goal this period, other than only one of the goals took more than 10 seconds. Big check by Housley. Modano does not miss, just like you're saying, Technojohn. He's got to be right. Like, they just don't miss, which is an interesting thing that they put in the game to make pulling your goalie more worthwhile. Because, well, all the times, the defender bumped him, but I don't think he would have got it. all the times you missed the net. It'd be extra frustrating if you pulled the goalie and Medano just sends one into the crowd from the top of the crease. Big save there. I think if you cross the center line, like the center line in front of the goalie, you're a little bit less likely to score because the goalie has more time to get over. Or he just starts off at a better angle. So yeah, you can see the graphs are starting to converge. AJ's strong second period here is cutting the gap. Again, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me a while to read that, just because I have to watch the game and put things into the spreadsheet. So I'll take a moment here to read that. Oh, it's a good question. I see what you're saying, that you could abuse it to momentarily do that. So in our live tournaments, we already have a rule that you're not supposed to pull your goalie during an offensive move. I think it's written that you can't do it unless you're in the neutral zone. So that's one of the rules that we have. I'm pretty sure if you look at for example, the Sochel distancing rule set for the online tournament. Oh, AJ finally with the deep goal. We only allow pulling the goalie if you have possession in the neutral zone. So in that case, you wouldn't be able to do it. Although, I mean, you could say, oh, I'm a little bit outside the blue line. I slap shot it with McInnes. But yeah, that's a good question. That would be kind of an obvious abuse of the system. Yeah, it's something to think about if someone would ever try something like that. That was 37 at 5:28. We're halfway through the game. That's on pace for what, 74 goals minus 4, so it would be 70. That'd be just barely breaking the record at this current pace. And oh, he's about too close and past the halfway mark. Forced the face-off. I don't know if AJ's good at the quick timer off the face-off. You know, that's something that the RAF is very good at. He can win the face-off and just one-time it. I don't know how he does it. Other people can do it too. I try it, never works. Never works for me. The graphs are now, they're equal. AJ is on the pace that RAF was at in his on a console run. Defender introduces the goalie there. 450, and I think officially, we could say, well, not officially, but on the graph, you can see the yellow line is now above the green line. AJ's pace is now above the console record. Oh, I did not expect that to go in. He really snuck that in above the shoulder. So Schmidt's very good at the one-timer goal. I don't know, who do you pass it to? Who do you win it to? Do you win it to, I don't know, the defender in front of the net, or the defender on the other side of the net, or like away from the net, or straight back? It's 41 at 4:14. And AJ's putting a little bit of a gap between the lines now on the graph. Another one, 44 at 3:42. And yeah, this period, he's never gone over 37 seconds on a goal. Oh, defender gets him. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go in. The backhand shot work? Yes, especially when the defender knocks the goalie out of the way. Maybe that's one of the reasons to take Ottawa. Their defenders seem to push the goalie out of the way a lot. That time the defender knocked the player off just enough. And over the shoulder, 46 goals, 2:46 remaining in the second period. Looks like at this point, Raf had actually gone on a bit of a tear. He got over his slump at the start of the second period, and in the second half of the period, started increasing his pace. But that's a 9-second goal. Sort of reestablish that gap. Another one, 48 to 29. Is the graph easy enough to follow in the video stream? Oh, they finally get one. 209. This whole... One thing I haven't been doing is paying attention to who scored. Okay, I'll try to clear up the graph a little bit. One of the issues is on Facebook, we're limited to 720p. So the resolution is a bit cramped. I'll see if I can clear it up a little bit. Just by hiding the chat. It's 51 at 122. Roenick, his 15th goal, 28 assists by Hull. If I were to redo this spreadsheet, I would try to get the goal scorers on it. Oh, shot block by Shaw. Dano, 21 goals from Dano. At 0.53, I wonder if that's more than Roenick. Hull, big shot. Only 6 goals for Hull, 54. 0.45. And I wonder if the graph is a little bit easier to follow now. I faded the chat text a bit. Oh, 7th goal. What's the score here? Oops. 54-55 at 0.22. So once, I mean, now the AJ's above the chat text, so it'll be easier to follow. Now he's switching Roenick for Hull. I think he's developed a new strategy. Now he really wants the face-off. Or maybe he wants Hull's 99 shot power. That makes sense. If he thinks that Hull can't miss, then Hull should be his favorite player to shoot with. It's a good point. Although, yeah, and actually because Roenick's such a good checker, it'd be good to have him on center. Alright, switching up the lines here. He put Roenick back. Okay, I wonder if he was trying to... Oh, I think he wanted to check off the face-off and shoot it. So you can see the big thing is you need to get shots just as much as goals. I mean, shots more possession is really the key. Every time you don't have possession of the puck is some time where you're not able to score. Even if it's quite unlikely for them to score. At least when someone like AJ or King Raft plays it. Well, I've tried this without the goalie. They score about 15 goals on me. I can only get up to around 40. 40 is actually a little bit generous. That's 59 at 9:40. Yeah. It's NHL'94 advanced stats. That's 60 at 8-7. His PDO is sky high though. Surely he can't contain this. Second half of the season, they're just going to come crashing down. Actually, I suppose with the zero save percentage, that would actually hurt their PDO. Although his save percentage is, it's non-existent. There's no number. I don't know how you calculate it then for a PDO. And yeah, the looks like he's on pace. Should hit 80 if things keep going. What did I say? Oh, big hit by Turgeon, but Hull gets it back. 63 at 7:55. So I think I just said earlier, he finds that Hull wins a lot of the face-offs for some reason. The theory, the guess at this point, hypothesis is heavier players are better on the face-off. It's worth looking into at some point. And he gets it from far away. 7:24 cuts into that lead a bit. And I can tell that this period, AJ hasn't been. I mean, this is the last couple have been. Well, that was a quick one off the face-off, but he hasn't got as many sub 10-second goals as he had earlier. So it seems like skating down is maybe not as good. So it could be worth trying doing this as the home team. 66 at 6:39. Goal differential of 62 right now. Yeah, I think I mean someone like Rowan can just knock them over, but I wonder if the hope is if you win the face-off to your winger, it puts you in a better position to go to the net on an angle and score. We can ask him that after. Oh, big hit, but they're gonna get it. Bull just sneaks around. 68, 5:26. But again, that's a pretty good big gap there. That was 15 seconds without a goal. The graph lines are converging a little bit. I can do a period breakdown afterwards. I'm pretty sure in the second period he scored more. I know when I used to play a lot, I kind of felt like I played better skating down. But I think in the end, it's just not true. I don't know, it doesn't work out that way, that in the end, you don't win more by playing on the away team to try to get that down skating twice. It's true, they should, I mean, at this point, you'd think that they would put Berthiaume in, just to, give him a break. Well, I mean, he hasn't really, he hasn't been hit by a lot of pucks, so he's probably physically feeling all right. Just a little bit tired is all. Ray crushes him. Here comes Housley. He gets knocked over. Big steal by Chelios. 5 goals for Chelios at 73, 408. 44 is better than I've ever done. So, another shot here. 74. I mean, I should say it's a goal, but a shot and a goal is almost the same thing. It's about... That's a strange message to see. Notice if someone joined the game. My password wasn't super strong. I wonder if what that was someone trying to connect and being booted out. A one-timer play there. 76, 305. I think, yeah, at this point, what is that? Oh, that's 71 goals, so he's passed him. Just gotta make sure not to give up enough goals to lose it. Chelios was 37 in 94. He kept playing until, I don't know, what year? '78 to 30. So it looks like we're gonna hit that. Oh, we might hit the 80. Oh yeah, we're gonna hit the 80 total. The differential is a bit lower. Big block by Baker there. It's funny seeing how there are a few chances where he could have done like a floater shot or a deke, but just hasn't taken it. He's just so used to doing slap shots that just not in the habit of taking those shots, those other chances. On a bit of a roll here towards the end. Up to 76. So I think was the age when Chelios finally retired. It's 27 goals for Roenick. Kind of expected Roenick would dominate this more, but hasn't really been the focal point. I wonder if there is some room for changing some strategy around that. Oh, we got another chance, and another one-timer for Baker. Baker with the hat trick. 6 goals for Ottawa. 101. Roenick interrupted. Chelios makes it go. 84. With 46 seconds to go, we're almost done. Approaching an 80 goal differential. The graph has expanded to 90 goals optimistically. I think, well, it might need that extra square. 85, 37. Can you get 80? Oh, the defenders, they don't want it. There it is, 80 goals, 80 goal differential. 9 seconds to go. He could make this 81. A little bit of luck off the face-off here. Let's see if he can do it. No, they get it. So 80. 80 is the final here. First star, Brett Hull with all those assists. Jeremy Roenick, 27-something goals. And Mike Modano. And I'm just going to call AJ here. So we'll start talking again. 99 shots. So I know he's done 90 or 100 and something goals. So he's actually a few goals short, or a few shots short of 100. Okay, I'm just gonna put AJ's camera back on. You ready, AJ?
Yep, I'm here.
So, can you go back to the okay, yeah, well, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Maybe
Okay.
tell us your thoughts.
Excuse me?
So tell us your thoughts here as you're looking through the game stats.
This was a bit of a letdown, especially that first period. Looking at it right now, I got 21 goals. That's extremely low. If it was normal circumstances where I'm just kind of sitting here by myself, I would have restarted after that period or even earlier in that period. But just being conscious of everybody's time, I wanted to try and gut through this. And the second period was one of my better periods I've ever had. 36 goals, and then the third period was a little bit of a letdown, but not too far off from average. To get to the 99 goal differential, you essentially want to score 34, 35 goals a period if you're going to give up one or two. So the goals for total isn't that bad. That's something I could probably make up for in a different period if my first period wasn't so bad. The main culprit of my issues, I think, were the face-offs. That wasn't one of Hull's better games. In my most recent run, where I would have a 99 goal differential, he was 94. He had 94 wins and 21 losses in the face-off circle. So this is nowhere near that ratio, and I'm just spending more time trying to run around and gather the puck. Luckily, I only gave up the 6 goals doing all that running around, but it certainly hurt. I was able to do on offense, putting up the 86 goals. I mean, 80 goal differential is still pretty good within itself. I mean, can't be too disappointed in that, but I was hoping to do a little bit better.
The Excel graph actually had to resize as we were getting towards the end because it was only went up to 80, and it's like, oh, we gotta go bigger. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know if the away team strategy works because the 2 periods where you're going down were lower, and I think I mean I know King Raph and I were both gonna look into this. I don't think there's like a negative. Say you have a strong away team against a weak home team. The away team in that case, they don't get stronger. They minimize the strength of the home team, I think. It was a long time ago that I looked into that, and then my notes were really bad, so I'm really not sure. But that was kind of my feeling. This was what I was interested in, seeing the goal breakdown. So
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so when I saw that Roenick at 27 during the game, I thought, oh, that seems a bit low. But now I see that he actually was the leader, and you split it pretty evenly between your 2 wingers. And Hull, Burry's in there, Chelios, even Housley got a few. Still happy with these guys. And it seems like your theory that, or your hypothesis that they don't miss if you pull the goalie. It's got to be true.
Looking at Madonna and Hull, they're the weakest, and Chelios, they have the weakest shot accuracy of the bunch here, and together they shot 47 for 49. They're 90+%. My worst shooter was actually Roenick, who has the most accuracy out of everybody listed here. Sidorowicz made some pretty nice saves. I mean, just looking at Sidorowicz, he was at 13 save percentage, so that's not too far off from what I would expect. But the fact that Roenick had such issues, putting the puck past him was a little confounding. And typically Roenick scores 50 plus goals if I'm on a good run. I mean, him scoring 27 here is really low. What I noticed was a lot of my guys were getting into the slot, and then the puck would either kind of just trickle off my stick, or I would shoot it into a defender at a little bit higher rate than I'm used to.
Yeah, I felt like sometimes you went too close to the goalie, and then there's too many players though. So sometimes it might be better to just circle back if there's too much of a crowd.
Yeah, there were some instances, I think, especially in the first period and a little bit more in the third period, where I tried to force the issue to try and make up for lost time, and it just ended up creating more lost time. And just touching back on the home ice, I've had a lot of my better periods actually going down the ice. So to have my best period be the top, going to the top, is a little surprising and a little unusual.
Okay.
Because the bottom ones I usually can get to be better than second period. So I think that's something worth experimenting though, is to try and get whatever advantage I can at home and then get a little bit better going up and seeing if I can, get on a better hot streak there or take advantage of Dorkwitz a little bit more. Who knows? I mean, he's only saving 13% of the shots. I don't know how much more I can take advantage of Boris Dorkwitz than I already have. So all in all, a little disappointing, especially Roenick. I mean, like I said, he should be around 50, 55 goals. And Madonna's right about where he should be. Hall also right where he should be, and so is, everybody else is actually right where they should be. If you put the extra 20 goals on Roenick, I'm at 106, and that would be closer to what I would expect for a more successful run.
Yeah. So looking at the graph, which I guess you'll be able to see later, your pace didn't pass Raf's until basically the middle point of the game. So if you have a better start, you can just get a lot closer, a lot higher, like 100.
Yeah, that first period was catastrophic. I actually had conversations with Raf where if he's doing a run of his own, just even going against the official record, if he gets a period with 21 goals, he'll probably just reset it from there.
That was a good point you made though, just to, you don't want to restart so many times on the stream.
No, not at all. This is for kind of everybody else here, and I was just happy to kind of bring it back into a spot where I go, okay, this is actually a pretty respectable run. I'm pretty happy with it, and I think hopefully everybody was entertained and had a good time watching the game, listening to you, and watching the graph change over the course of the game.
Yep, this is one. I had the text blocking the graph for a bit. I made it more visible towards the end. Also, your score went above the text, so that was good. Broke out of the obscuring chat text.
Yeah, chat can't contain me. I was
no, you
good to get out of there.
Yeah, so I guess it's the social distancing tournament in a couple weeks from now, or that's next weekend. You're playing in that, right? I forget actually.
I've signed up for Gens. I know we got the signups ending pretty soon, so I need to make my decision on SNES. The only thing is I haven't touched SNES in so long, focusing on this and Genesis. So I might just join, to give, to donate again, and just to be a part of the SNES experience more than anything else, other than try to win it.
Yeah, exactly. Just for fun. Yeah, I didn't put it on the screen here. I'm just gonna quickly edit something on the. Well, I'll just tell people. If you go to mariolemieux.org, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see an NHL'94 tournament, and just follow that link, and it'll bring you to our website where you can sign up to play in our tournament next weekend. It's a $19.94 donation to the Mario Lemieux Foundation in order to play, and the Mario Lemieux Foundation, they support cancer research and patient care.
And if you're in a position to do so, I know times are tough for a lot of people right now, but if you're in a position to do so, you are able to donate more than the $19.94 that is listed there. You can put it in.
Yes, that's true.
As you see fit.
Yeah, we'll send you, so when you sign up, which I think tonight is the last night, so hurry up. Yeah, we'll send you the information you need, and then eventually we'll send you the link to donate, and you can put in whatever amount you want. I think
Exactly.
It doesn't prevent you. And actually, in a few days, we were just going to release the separate donation link, but anyone can donate. You don't have to play. You just donate. I saw We Love Hockey liked the stream. Thanks, or followed. Not sure. Thanks. Yeah, I think that's good. This was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think the video froze for a moment. There, it came back. Jesus plays 2-2, says make sure you donate to Peter Sidorkovich's PTSD fund too.
I am just lighting that poor guy up left and right. I feel bad about it. I really do. I almost want to just use a different team to get somebody else in there. Like, okay, it's your turn to take it. Peter's had enough.
Yeah, I was looking at, someone asked about Daniel Berthiaume the other day. I saw his stats were actually better. They went to like a European league and pulled him in because they had a goalie, Steve Weeks, who had a goals against average of like 7 in like 10 games or 7 games. It was huge. So they got Berthiaume, he came in, he played pretty well. Then in his first game of the second season he was there, he let in 2 goals in about 40 seconds. They pulled him and he never played again. So his season goals against average is something like 173.
Oh no.
And that was the end of his NHL career.
Oh, that poor guy.
But I mean, he had a good 1 year in for the Senators, relatively good for being an expansion team. And I think he played.
I think in the better goals against average, he just didn't get the wins.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yes, I think. Does anyone out there have any questions? Thanks, We Live Hockey, for saying beautiful stuff, guys. Jesus Plays 2 and 2 says someone stole his name on Twitch, so he has to have a different name on here. He usually just plays NHL'94. AJ, I guess I'll. Yeah, someone wants him to pay for it, maybe. I think, well, if anyone's got any questions, we'll just watch for that for a minute. Otherwise, we'll end it here, and thanks for tuning in. I hope a lot of you are playing in the social distancing tournament for the Mario Lemieux Foundation next week and the week after, or watching it on the stream here. Because we'll be streaming both days, June 6th and June 13th. I think it starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I think that's it. So thanks, AJ, for coming on the stream here and displaying this epic beating of the Senators.
Thank you for having me. I know it hits a little too close to home being a Senators fan, but I appreciate you setting this all up.
Oh, I forgot to wear my Senators jersey. Okay, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.